Hi, it's Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today, book of Scruffy the Tugboat from 1946. So let's get started. Scruffy was sad. Scruffy was cross. Scruffy sniffed his blue smokestack. A toy store is no place for a red-painted tugboat, said Scruffy. And he sniffed his big blue smokestack again. I mean for bigger things. Perhaps you would not be cross if you went sailing, said the man with the polka dot tie, who owned the shop. So one night he took Scruffy home to his little boy. He filled the bathtub with water. Sail, little tugboat, said the little boy. I won't sail in a bathtub, said Scruffy. A a tub is no place for a red painted tugboat. I was meant for bigger things. The next day, the man with the polka dot tie and his little boy carried Scruffy to a laughing brook that started high in the hill. Sail, little tugboat, said the man with the polka dot tie. It was spring, and the brook was filled to the brim with its water, and the water moved in a hurry, as all things move in a hurry when it is spring. Scruffy was in a hurry too. Come back, little tugboat, come back, cried the little boy, as he hurried briskly. Brook carried Scruffy downstream. Not I, tooted Scruffy. Not I. This is the life for me. All that day, Scruffy sailed along with the brook past the meadow filled with cow lips, past the women washing clothes on the bank, past the little wood filled with violets. Cow came to the brook to drink. They stood in the cool water, and it was fun to sail around between their legs and bump softly into their nose. It was fun to see them drink, but when a white and brown cow almost drunk Scruffy instead of the cool water, Scruffy was frightened. That was not fun. Night came, and with it the moon. There was nothing to see but the quiet trees. Suddenly an owl called out, "Hoot, hoot, toot, toot," cried the frightened tugboat, and he wished he could see the smiling faces of the man with the polka dot tie. When morning came, Scruffy was cross instead of frightened. I was meant for bigger things, but which way am I to go? He said. But there was only one way to go, and that was with the running water, where the two brooks met to form a small river, and with the river sailed Scruff, the red painted tugboat. He was proud when he sailed past villages. People built villages at the edge of my river, said Scruffy, and he straightened his blue smokestack. Once Scruffy River joined a small one jammed with logs. Here was men in heavy jackets and great boots, walking about on the floating logs, trying to peer them free. Toot toot, let me through, demanded Scruffy, but the man paid no attention to him. They pushed the logs apart so they would drift with the river to the sawmill in town. Scruffy bumped along with the logs. Ouch, he cried, as two logs bumped together. This is a fine river, said Scruffy, but it is very busy and very big for me. He was proud when he sailed under the bridge. My river is so wide and so deep that people must build bridges to cross it. The river moves through big towns now instead of villages, and the bridge over it was very wide, wide enough so that many cars and trucks and streetcars could cross all at once. The river got deeper and deeper. Scruffy did not have to tuck up his bottom. The river moved faster and faster. I felt like a train instead of a tugboat, said Scruffy, as he was hurry along. It was, but he was proud when he passed the old sawmill with its water wheels. But the high in the mountains, with the high in the hills and mountains, the winter snow melt, while water filled the brooks and rushed from there into the small river. Faster and faster it flowed to the great river where Scruffy sailed. There, there is too much water in the river, said Scruffy, as he pitched and tossed on the waves. Soon it will flash over the top, and what a flood there will be. Soon great armies of men came to save the fields and towns from the rushing water. They filled bags of sand and put them at the edge of the river. They are making higher banks for the river, shouted Scruffy, to hold the water back. The water rose higher and higher. The men built the sandbags higher and higher. Higher went the river. Higher went the sandbags. At last the water rose no more. The flood water rushed onto the sea, and Scruffy raced along with the flood. The people in the field in the town were safe. On went the river to the sea, and at last Scruffy sailed into a big city. Here the river widened, and all about was docks and waivers. Oh, it was a busy place and noisy place. The crane groaned as they were swinging the cargoes into great ships. The potters shouted as they carried suitcases and boxes on board. Horse stamped and truck motors roared, streetcars clanked, and people shouted. Scruffy said toot toot, but nobody noticed. Oh, oh, cried Scruffy. When he saw the sea, there's no beginning. There's no end to the sea. I wish I could find the man with the polka dot tie and his little boy. Just as the little red painted tugboat sailed past the last piece of land, a hand reached out and picked him up. And there was the man with the polka dot tie with his little boy beside him. Scruffy is home now, with the man with the polka dot tie and his little boy. He sailed from one end of the bathtub to the other. This is the place for a red painted tugboat, said Scruffy, and this is the life for me. And let's give you some bonus video. You can get these wonderful Walt Disney books back then in 1946, or whatever year this thing came out of. So that was Scruffy the Tugboat from 1946. If you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. Well, another video coming out real soon.